What is up, everybody? Will the Outlaw here with another video review, and today we're going to be looking at the much anticipated Human Alliance Barricade. He is called Human Alliance even though he does not come with a human figure. His counterpart, should we say, is actually a Frenzy. And I find it funny that they decided to make Barricade a Human Alliance, even though he wasn't in the second movie, he was in the first movie, and he kind of disappeared from the film and was never seen again. But I'm really glad that they decided to give this guy a chance and throw him into the Human Alliance circle, because what they did was not only did they give Decepticons a chance to go into this, but they went along with one of the best characters in the film, and the best, because Barricade, in my opinion, has a couple of the best toys. So here's his car mode. It's a Saline Mustang, a police car, looking very, very nice in the usual Barricade colors. I am kind of weirded out by the fact that this guy actually has less detail than the original deluxe premium had. Here's the premium version, and as you can see, it does have a couple missing details. It has the 911 logo missing right there on the back. The 643 is missing. The police thing back here on the spoiler is actually flipped around. This one is pointed towards the back, and this one's pointed towards the front. Other than that, it's not much difference. It's alright. But for a Human Alliance figure, this is actually pretty good. The thing that I like about this one is the fact that not only can Frenzy go into the front seat, which is actually the least Kibble out of all the Human Alliance figures, he can also come out from the front. And what you do is you bring this down, you flip out these. It's kind of tricky. You gotta get your nail in there to get them out. Come on. Yeah, it's kind of tricky. Okay, there you go. Bring this out, and there is Frenzy. You just pull him out like that. There's not really an ejection mechanism. He just kind of slides in there, and here he is. He's about the same size as all the other ones, all the other Human Alliance figures. He is, which is kind of out of proportion with the other ones. So here he is compared to the original one that came with the original deluxe version, and as you can see, he is a lot shorter. So the Frenzy is still out of proportion with all the other ones, and but I kind of like this one better. This one has a lot more articulation, even than the human counterparts. His arms can move up and down on the back. This one, he's got pivot up here, and his head can move up and down. It can't move side to side, but whatever. And then he's got these double hinged legs and everything, which is pretty nice. But unfortunately, he is kind of hard to stand because his feet are tiny, tiny, tiny. But anyway. On to the main guy himself. Transform is actually pretty accurate to the original deluxe version, and even though it shares similarities with the other Human Alliance figures, it does an excellent job of not only changing it up a little bit, but he staying true to the original CGI model. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring these down, just like the deluxe figure. You can bring the seats down at this point. I'm going to separate this part. There you go. And it's down. It's down. These around. The thing that I like about the Human Alliance figures is that their transformation, while they are kind of tricky and involved, none of them feel like I'm going to break them. And that's good for these things, considering how big they are. So it's nice to have a big toy that doesn't feel like you're gonna break it. I'm gonna bring this Oh yeah, these little things you gotta flip up. Then it creates his shoulders. There you go. Gonna bring this down, and this part clips onto his waist and keeps it there. Okay. Gonna bring it up and reveal his head. His head actually snaps into place right there, so it stays there very nice. And then this thing folds up. Separate that hood and bring these pieces up for a little added depth. I'm going to bring this down and oops, not yet. Flip these. There we go. Now on this part you gotta flip the hand out. That, open it up, things like that. And there you have Human Alliance Barricade, or some people call him Human Defiance, which I really don't care for, and it doesn't really matter what you call him as long as he's a cool figure. Now this guy, I've got to tell you, is my favorite Human Alliance figure, because not only is he menacing with his face sculpt and everything, but he is just accurate to the T, to the CGI model. He is just imposing. Here he is next to his deluxe counterpart. This is the original version. You can see he's just better in every single way. His articulation is superb. You can move out at the shoulder and everything. Even though the kibble, this is whole side of the car, it doesn't really hinder that much. And you can have him set in all different poses and everything. And it's I'm just loving this guy. One of the gimmicks is he's got the same gimmick pretty much as Skid's. His mouth opens up and everything, and it's really cool. The detail on his face, I wish I could show you with this camera, but the detail on his face is exquisite. It's really well done with this really nice paint. And speaking of paint, the colors of this guy is just every color complements another color, and it just looks like he came straight out of the movie, and everything. He does have a gimmick right here. This little gas tank, when you push it, flips that out. Pretty sure you saw it 100 times while I was transforming it, but that's how it works. And then you can do that, so you can have his spinning weapon that he had in the movie. It's free spinning. It doesn't have anything that you can push to make it spin, but that's alright. Looks really cool. Fortunately, he does not have a hand on this side, but you really don't need it when you have his weapon out like that, and you have him with his mouth open. He looks really cool. The only complaint that I have, the only gripe that I have, unfortunately, and this is a pretty big gripe for me, is the fact that his hips are hindered by these little blocks right there on the side, so that his legs can't go all the way up. And with that, it makes it have this odd axis that the leg turns, and it kind of hinders posability a little bit. I think you maybe can grind that down, which I might do. Grind that down so I can bring his legs a little further out, so I can get him in some different better poses. But other than that, this figure is just amazing. He does, Frenzy can fit onto him. He can fit inside his chest, where these little things can come out, and they are guns. Got these parts right here. They are guns, and he can fit in there. He can hold on to the guns like he's firing the cannons. He can fit up on his shoulder up here just like any other ones, and he can fit onto his arm right on the seat. But in all honesty, you shouldn't pose him like that, because Frenzy is his own deal, and he's got his own way of dealing with things. So yeah, this guy is definitely the best Human Alliance figure. Second only, or first only to Bumblebee. Bumblebee is right up there too, but for some reason this guy is just what a Human Alliance figure should be. He's big. He's not that hard to transform, and he's just fun to play with. I've transformed him like 5 or 6 times right when I got him, and it never gets boring. So there you guys go. This is Human Alliance Barricade, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and take it easy.